Ah, look, it worked out. I was talking
hello.
to myself into the void. Hello, Mars. I
I'm
had
still in
my...
cosplay, aren't I?
No, you're not. You're changed
Oh,
last time.
oh,
Because it's quick
nice.
click, remember?
Yes, I know, but I couldn't remember if I actually did that
Hello.
last night.
Look, welcome. After all that scuff and me talking to myself into the void because I didn't fully unmute myself,
Oh,
everything's good now.
oh, good. You had scuff.
I
Brilliant.
had
Beautiful.
scuff, yes. Basically what I was saying, I said, Mars is not here, but she's now, so it's all good. Number 2, hello,
It
Red Eye,
it
hello, Mazen.
never
Hello,
happened, you
SJ
guys. I was
Mackinnon.
here the whole time.
Yeah, forget those first couple minutes where I was dumb and just talking to no one. But what are we doing today? Today we are designing background characters for the comic, essentially. There is a time
you guys get to be
in
part
the
of
relatively
the
near
process.
future that we go to a place where there's more characters. A lot of them.
And let's face it, we can't design them all ourselves.
Well, I can, but you know, stream
I mean, we
time.
could, but where's the fun in that?
Stream time is prime time to do this. So, I had gone back and forth on debating how exactly I wanted to make the places, and essentially, I basically decided that every location is based on the fauna native to a certain area, and due to we are not bringing back Brie Vondu here, because if we do a mouse, it'll be a different mouse. We are designing all new characters based off the fauna, specifically the vertebrates, of Sumatra. An island. Ooh, very fun. We like islands.
Because
they
Ori
make it very easy for
drew
me.
a tiger once.
Yeah,
and
because
fell in
Ori
love
drew a
with it.
tiger, and then Ori looked up which tigers she liked the best, and I felt that the Sumatran tiger worked the best, and thus we chose Sumatra. We, by me, Mars didn't have anything to do. Mars went, cool, nice, and I kept yelling
went, sweet
animals
vibes.
at her. Now, of course, there are a lot of vertebrates.
And who
in
was
existence.
I to tell Ori no?
Yeah, really. And so, mainly, what you guys are helping with is sort of picking animals every time, right? So we have there's a bunch of different categories, there's a couple different rules, okay? I have lists on Wikipedia right now of animals that I will share the links of when we narrow it down, because I have, how many pages do I have open? 1, 2, 3, 4, hold on, 4, 5. All right, there are 5 major overarching categories, and those are mammals, reptiles, amphibians, birds, and fish. So the 5 overarching categories. So basically, I just want to go down the line. We do one from each category, and then you each pick, and then we pick an animal. So chat, decide, what do we want to start with? A mammal, a reptile, a bird, an amphibian, or a fish. And then I will send said Wikipedia list link in chat, and we will pick one from one of the orders of that category. And we'll be going by order, because we'll probably make some exceptions in the future, because carnivore is an order, and that has like everything that's cool when you get to mammals and like predators, because taxonomy's weird, but we'll get there. But that is how it goes. So I need chat. I need you guys to pick.
That is the master plan.
A mammal, a reptile, amphibian, bird, or fish.
Cat, you
that
can't
is your
have
goal
cake.
right now.
I'm sorry.
Cat
Please lay
can
down.
have cake if she tries hard enough.
Cat cannot have rainbow cookie cake.
Don't know.
I'm pretty sure jam is not good for cats.
I think jam is fine. I'd be more concerned about if there was chocolate on it.
Oh, it's covered in chocolate fondant.
Well, that's the big problem.
Yeah, that's an issue. Kitty, I love you.
Well, the pangolins are in Sumatra, Mason. So if we
Ooh,
want
a
to start with animal and
pangolin.
if we want to start with mammal and pangolin, we can certainly do that. What does anybody
I
else in
like
chat
a
say?
pangolin.
You like a pangolin? They're very
That's
they're
so
very unique. They're the only one in their order as well.
Oh, good choice, Mason. I
Yes.
wholeheartedly
Oh
approve.
no. Oscar, does this mean that you're constantly evil Oscar now? Or evil Oscar's on Twitch now?
Where is evil Oscar?
I don't know. Is this now evil Oscar
I don't know where
forever?
evil Oscar's hiding.
Raxo? Ooh, there you go. Raxo. It's Oscar backwards. Raxo.
Ah, there we go.
Alright, well, no one else in chat is saying anything, so we'll start with the pangolin. So what we'll do is I'll grab this picture. Oh my god, he's... the expression in this picture is hilarious. 24/7 evil? Oh no! The expression of this pangolin is just hilarious in my opinion. I don't know what it is.
This I need to see.
But he's just so funky.
Oh my god, look at him.
So it's called the Sunda pangolin. And,
I love him. He's
we'll
so
just get
cute.
some more references here. They're
so
they're rather small. They're rather small. This one's not smirking at me like the other one was.
See, if the character is not smirking, what are we doing?
Oh, this one has a little baby on her tail. But they have long tongues because they're like, they're insectivores. They go and eat all the bugs with the, you know.
Delicious. Nature at its finest.
This image is just chonk level 100 artichoke with legs. Oh my god.
Oh, rest assured, SJ Machinen, we will get to the bird.
Oh, 100%. We will, because next we'll do the mammal, then we'll pick another one, then we'll pick, we'll go down the list. We won't do, oh god, that startled me. We won't do 2 mammals in a row, because there's a lot of animals. We won't get to all of them, but we'll pick the cool ones. Am I gonna give it the DreamWorks face? I'm not, it's gonna be a cawler. So think Ferrex, Sinnet, Milano. That's the vibe we're going for here.
And Mason, please correct me if I'm wrong. I thought DreamWorks face referred to like the way DreamWorks advertises their characters, like big face takes up the entire screen and they have like a smirky smile on. Or am I mistaken? Like I thought it was more the style of advertisement, not so much the character design. If I'm wrong, please do tell me.
Okay. I think this is my last image here. Oh, thank you for the follow.
Minloth, I think.
Minloth.
Very
Loth, like
very cool name.
Like the drow god or whatever.
Incredible.
Okay.
Welcome aboard.
So we already have a really cool fact, because this is something I learned. I learned about pangolins in school, of course, because I'm a nerd. And very cool thing, pangolins...
She went to environment school.
They don't walk on 4 legs, they walk on 2 legs. And on top of that, they are plantigrade. What does plantigrade mean? Plantigrade means, sadly, it's not my favorite kind of leggy, but... it means the way we walk, where we walk on our heels and our whole foot, and not just the toe. Okay, so they don't get the cool leggies that are my favorite kind of leggies. They get pretty normal person leggies, which is
I am looking
not
for
gonna
a video
little
of a
yeah,
pangolin
they're hilarious.
now.
They hold their little arms in and they waddle because they lean forward. Their tail counterbalances and they waddle forward because they only walk on their back 2 legs. They don't walk on all 4 legs.
So they're a T-Rex.
Yeah, essentially. Basically.
Okay.
Armadillo, it's a pangolin enthuse. A pangolin, a Sumatran armadillo. It's not an armadillo at all. They don't roll up at all. And not all armadillos can roll up.
How many varieties of armadillo are there?
A bunch. More than you'd expect. At least 3 that I could think of off the top of my head, but there's definitely more than that.
That's 2 more than I would have thought.
Yes.
So.
There's a lot of varieties of a lot of things. Okay, we got eyes, we got the claws,
Okay.
got the feet. Let's get a closer up of their back feet.
Pangolin
Feet.
walking. Oh,
Oh
I
my
want
God,
a
they're
happy
so
video,
stubby.
please. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I know, right?
Wait.
I told you.
It's like, it tricks you for a minute. You think they're on all
You
fours.
think it's
'cause
on all
they're-
fours,
they're
but it
so
ain't.
close to the
It
ground.
ain't. It
But
ain't.
it's like hovering.
Yep, because their
Oh,
tail
it's
counterbalances them.
climbing up on the couch to sleep.
So that's a big thing that we need.
I'll post this in the Discord for you guys in couch. This is too damn cute. Disclaimer, I am watching it with the sound off, so I don't know what is being said in the video. I just know that the actual visual footage is very cute.
All right. So, pangolins have a very long face, so we'll give this character a longer face. They're also short. They're very short, so we'll have to make this character on the shorter
has
side.
To be a little stocky then.
Yep, definitely chonk level 100,
Look how long
you know.
that torso is compared to those leggies.
We'll definitely give him, you know, a rounded but longer face like that. That works. Kind of like that. Now we're gonna give him normal person ears because pangolins have, you know, kind of flat to their head ears. So, you know, normal person ears then. That's how it goes. And then, yeah, we gotta make this character a little stocky, so we're gonna have to really fudge the proportions on the model here.
Mason asks, if you make them a girl, can Mason use them as a PFP on Instagram?
Sure, we'll make them a girl. We'll make them a little stocky, a little short stack.
I don't think it's too spoilery territory. It should be okay to use them as a PFP, right?
Yeah, they're just background characters.
Okay. I just want to confirm because Ori's the artist here. I don't want to auction off her work without
No,
her
they're
approval.
just background characters. It's not gonna. I'm gonna tell you though, Mason. It's not gonna be very cleaned up by the end of this. It is gonna be rather sketchy with just basic color over it. But if you'd like to, yep, there's no problem there. Okay, the leg kind of just comes down. The flat foot. Yes, I appreciate you asking permission.
It's very appreciated, Mason.
I believe everyone here would ask permission for any artist, but if you didn't know, you should, because it's always nicer to ask. And that's the PSA.
It's just courtesy.
It is just courtesy. And then you don't have to worry. And some artists don't like people using their work, and that's, you know, that's their choice.
And that's their call. Different strokes for different folks.
Okay, we gotta move this leg over.
I will now
So basically,
proceed to eat this cake.
Just making her shorter, so you can see how the knee is much higher up than the other thing. Gotta make her stocky, cause look at them chunky little back legs.
They chonk.
They chonk indeed. Okay, the proportions might be a
roll
little
to
off.
Just a Tapanuli orangutan. Man.
Oh well, we'll have to come back around to mammals before we get to that, though.
We gotta have variety.
We gotta have a
the idea
variety.
of an orangutan, though. Anything with a tail gets my vote.
Oh, almost everything has a tail. If we're being honest, very few things
Exactly.
besides humans don't have tails. Like, just in the general, like, scheme of things, like, math-wise.
Really the shorter stick, didn't we?
Yeah, we really did.
I was like, who wants these extra folds in our brain? I want a tail, damn it.
Well, controlling more limbs actually takes more brain power, so That's why it's difficult to have more than 4, or, you know, if you have a prehensile tail, 5 limbs, because just the brain power to do it is, like, weird.
Well, okay, different folds then.
Yeah, you need different folds. Once we stopped climbing in trees, we kind of were like, we don't really need them anymore.
Like, the ground is where it's at, apparently.
They still climb a little bit. We also have, like, this bone in our hand, like this muscle in our hand that not every human has, but a lot of them do. That's reminiscent from when we used to climb.
Did they ever determine what the appendix was good for?
To my knowledge, we're still not certain. There's a lot of theories, but if someone knows that we discovered something. My understanding is it had to do with, like, consuming raw meat, but my also understanding is that we never really 100% confirmed either way.
I feel like that would be so, like, I mean, you'd have to definitely go through the ethics board, but I feel like it would be so easy to prove that that's what the appendix does.
No, because we like, it's like atrophied. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't use it. It's
yeah,
a
like
remnant.
over the generations.
Right. So we don't have an appendix that is usable at all. It's just there, you know? At least that's my understanding. So we couldn't test it on ourselves because we you know, it doesn't work either way.
It's too shriveled and sad.
Ooh, more minis, very nice.
No.
Wow, dichotomy. I don't know.
I don't
Sussy.
know. Dichotomy's being a real fan there.
All right. So they got big old claws.
Eric
So
Milano would probably approve.
So we got big old claws. So we're gonna make so you can see their pointer finger is much longer than the rest of them. Technically, they only have 4 fingers.
For those of you following along at home.
So we're gonna give medium thumb claw. But we're gonna kind of make a lot of the pointer finger a claw. And then we're gonna make only some of the middle finger a claw. And now, do I want to fuse the pinky and ring, or do I want to keep them separate? You know what? We like to go ham. They don't have cool leggies. We will fuse. They only have 4 fingers.
Guys, I promise this is the last time tonight I will mention my cat, but this is just too stupid. I need to share. I made tea just before coming on stream, and I left the bag in my cup. So I've taken the bag out of the cup now, and it is sitting on a little tea plate. But it's one of those tea bags that has a string and a tag attached. My stupid cat is playing with the tea bag and the string.
Nice.
I can't make this shit up.
Beautiful.
All right. Well, better that
Okay.
than the chocolate,
This
I guess.
arm is too long for the torso, so we gotta fix that. But I think we'll
Baffles
keep
me
the
somehow.
hands a little big.
The big
because
hands are definitely the
The
way to go.
pangolin has them chonky mitts. A Finnish punk band? Well, that's interesting.
I would believe it.
Don't
It
know
does
the
have
anatomy,
that kind
though.
of sound, doesn't it?
It does, I can see it. Alright. So then we need a tail. So the tail is rather thin, comes to a point, but it's certainly, you know, it's relatively long. It's roughly the same length as the rest of the person, so the pangolin. So we'll kind of just sweep it around. There we go. I'm gonna put it on a different layer because I'm cool like that. Alrighty. Sweeping it around.
Which song did you cover, SJ Makinen? I will get your name right on the first go one day, I promise.
I don't know about that.
It's been a long day, guys. I've been up since 6 a.m.
Okay, so now the next thing is their keratinous scales kind of come down their face here towards their nose. So that's an interesting little tidbit that we can work with. Now, the keratin is actually essentially it's like modified hair. Their scales. So that's a very interesting thing. But they're also fuzzy, a little fuzzy underneath. See, they have other hair at the edges of everything. So let me get the nose in here.
Extra fuzzy fur.
I think we'll give them this kind of nose.
Is that the name of the song? No, that's from Dichotomy.
Yeah, they're both purple.
You're both purple. It confused me.
What are you have ears? Where to put the carrot? Oh, keratin. Yeah. Okay, I see. There you go, Dichotomy.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking we're gonna do a little bit of both,
got
Mason.
so
Yeah. I think we're gonna do a little bit of both. I'm thinking I definitely like the scales coming on the face a little bit. I kind of like that because they come down the head a little bit. And so, and then they're all along the back and the
Scales
arms.
on the face are super cool, and they also just build to
They
that
come around
side
the back.
profile.
They do kind of come around the back.
Like, look at that. They're layered on top of each other. They got that shape.
Okay.
Very
So
distinct.
let's figure out the hair a little bit. Because they kind of just come back and down, and the hair, they have a lot of hair kind of underneath. So I think I want the hair to kind of, we'll try to part it on a different side. I think I want the hair to kind of come in a lot, like this. And it's kind of curly, wispy, wavy. So we're going to try and emulate that a little bit. Make it kind of curly here. Kind of all over the place. But I want to kind of have it like framing her face a little bit. Because that's kind of where all the hair on the pangolin is. To money is not my currency. Yeah, interesting. Well, get that food, Dichotomy.
You haven't eaten since you woke up. How long has that
A
been?
long time, dang.
Holy
Okay.
crow. And I thought I was bad.
I actually had good lunch today.
Ooh, what was
And
your good lunch?
I had leftovers from yesterday, which was bibimbap. With very few of the
very
vegetables
nice.
because I'm a child, but you know.
11 hours?
Dichotomy! Jake's. Both of us. Damn. Both of us at the same time, they're scolding you, Dichotomy.
POV when your moms yell at you.
Yeah, when both of your moms yell at you. Okay. Now, not all cawlers are going to have as many same, amounts of features.
Are
like-
we?
What?
We're younger than Dichotomy?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Oh,
We're
shit.
like in the middle range, where there's a fair amount of viewers that we have that are like older than us, but we also have a fair amount of viewers that are younger than us, and we have very few viewers that are kind of like at our age group.
That is so weird to me, because I always think of people as either being the exact age as me or younger, never older. Like, it's
Yeah,
always
like
such a shock to
Delport's
me
older
when
than
someone
us.
who's my friend is like, wait, you're older than me?
Yeah, Delport's
By a
older than
lot?
us. God. Dorky David was older than us. Mason, and you'll get to update your
Mason,
Discord thing. Look at that.
amazing. Ah, happy in advance birthday, but I will say this again in 2 weeks.
Yes, just remind us.
No, we'll remember.
I make no promises, I'm sorry. I barely... No offense to Mars, but I can barely remember her birthday. The actual date. I know it's November every year,
that's
but I have to
valid.
check every time. And again, no shade to Mars, because like I said, but she's mixed up the date of my birthday too.
Oh no, I definitely have. It's because your birthday is one of those teen days, just like my brother's is. And I've had so many friends who have birthdays on that teen range of numbers, and they all get
It's so
jumbled.
funny I had been dating Dylan for like a month. A month. And my friend at the time, who had a massive crush on Dylan, it turned out, and that was a whole nother thing. But I went to her sweet 18. I guess it must have been her 18th birthday. That math makes more sense. I didn't know Dylan when I was 16. Her 18th birthday. And she's like, you know, and Dylan and I just started dating, and she's like asking me, she's like, do you know when Dylan's birthday is? And it's like, no, I don't. I know it's in, you know, I know it's in June, but I don't know the day. And she's like, how dare you? I know it. I know Dylan's birthday. And you know, obviously later on it kind of realizes that, like, you know, she liked him, so she was very upset with me that I was dating him.
How dare
But it was
you,
so funny
Ori.
where it's like, it's been a month. I'm sorry. Every friend birthday that I know has either been a real effort on my part to remember the date, or there's some kind of moniker to it, right? Like, there's two friends that I would not know their birthdays unless they were, like, you know, the same day as the month, you know? like, I had two friends that were, like, what was it? One was 10/11 and the other one was 9/9, so those are very easy. And then my other friend, her birthday's 4/20 and blaze it, which he hates it. And then so I had a friend who had a birthday exactly
awesome birthday ever.
a week before hers. So that's fine. Right? So it's like, okay, that's easy, right? And then I had one, Dylan's is also like a it's twice the month. So, and then I had one final friend who is a week after my birthday. And those are all the dates that I haven't had to put effort into. Because they're, like, easy to think about, right? But, like, Mars's has nothing special, like, numbers or, you know, like, memory-wise. It's just like, I have to remember this day. Day. And then
here's the way I remember it. Election Day 2020 came before my birthday. The next
too
day...
much math.
Oh, no,
now I have to remember.
Not 2020. I'm sorry, 2016. Good God, that feels so long ago. Election Day 2016 was the day before my birthday. The day of my birthday, and they announced the results. I was very, very sad.
Now I have to remember all that math, though. That didn't make it easier.
Math there.
I have to remember what day Election Day in 2020 was. Election Day is on a day of the week, though. It has nothing to do with the date.
Isn't Election Day always on a 7th?
No, Election Day is always a Tuesday.
Oh, it was always a 7th.
Now we gotta look this up.
No, and Thursday's also saying second Tuesday of November.
Yeah, it's always a Tuesday. It's like saying, oh, my birthday is like 2 days after Thanksgiving. Like, you can't, it doesn't work. You can't have that.
For some reason, I just
That's
remember
so
Election
easy,
Day always
SJ
falling
Mackinnon.
sometime around my birthday.
That's so easy. Yeah, it's around your birthday. That's how math works, but it's never exactly... it's never the 7th specifically. You're just lucky to have it again this year.
I'm having moments tonight, you guys.
And I'm trying to draw things. Okay.
1-1? Ooh, that's a pretty nice one, SJ Mackinnon.
Thankfully, both my parents' birth dates are incredibly close to mine, so they're really easy to know. Everybody else in my family, I know one of them because it's on the 1st of the month. I can know everybody's months very easy. You know, like 2 seconds, I know what month you're born in. I know what month you're born. That's it. Anything beyond that, now I gotta really, really, really try. Okay, we're gonna go a lot less ham on these scales right now because I just don't have the time or the mental fortitude to do what I do for Milanos.
Got the time.
White rabbit? What?
Yep.
Oh me, oh my! Look at the time! Okay, the scales only go down to the elbows because if you look at the pangolin, they kind of end, you know, mid forearm. Okay, we'll tailor them off a little bit more, like this, you know, with little like pineapple kind of vibe looking things. The back ones kind of go all the way down. So definitely have some like hip ones, I think, coming in. We like the hip ones, kind of coming in over the leggies here, over the top of the thigh. But I think, see, the underside of them is the skin, so it's just over the tops. Okay, so it's not the inner leg. That's a word, right? Inner leg.
I feel so.
Okay. Ta-da, ta-da.
Wouldn't you know, anatomy expert?
It's not how it works.
It's not?
See? There you go, Mars. It could be on your birthday.
Okay, I do believe you. I told you, my brain is having moments.
Yeah, see, exactly. Dichotomy gets it. The SJ Mechanism gets it. The dates have to do... If you don't have it, like, with some sort of moniker, it just doesn't work. Okay, so they got kind of stubby toes.
You guys are just like my dad. He needs a moniker for every important number. He can only remember the days ending in 0 or 15. Like, he needs the multiple of
that's a
5
lot
to remember it.
818,
You guys
88,
are all making me
810,
think of that.
and 918. Well, you know, that works out. Yeah. I'm glad that Dylan and my, like, being together anniversary ends, like, very simply. It's the day before Christmas Eve. Easy to remember. Okay. Kinda got stubby toenails. You don't even know when Canadian... I think Canadian Thanksgiving comes in October? Am I being weird?
What was that?
Canadian Thanksgiving comes in October. Yeah, it's a Monday in October.
Yeah, I think you're right.
There you go. A full month and a half. Yeah. Our Thanksgiving is the 3rd Thursday in November. It's the th.
You know what that means? I have 1 more full week of school, and then 2 days, and then vacation.
Nice.
I'm so close.
You're so close.
And then I have 2 more weeks of school. And I'm done.
Well, don't you have summer stuff?
What?
I thought you said you had summer stuff.
I have a whole spring semester before the summer stuff.
Yeah, but then you said then I'm done.
With the semester.
Oh, okay. You're so close to being done completely that it's hard, okay?
Yay, Ori had a brain moment.
I've had many brain moments. Don't act.
Yeah, when I said, and then I'm done, I meant with the semester.
You're so close to being fully done, okay? You're really close.
That too. I still have 2 semesters, though.
You get a 4-day weekend? I mean, yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great, the economy.
Yeah.
It's the 4th Thursday? Well, there you go. See, look at me, enthuse. Even stupider. I tried. You know, we have the
guys,
internet.
My brain exists for 2 things: the comic and my profession.
Yeah.
That's
I know a lot of trees. I got a lot of trees in here, okay? Like, lots of trees in here.
Wanna hear a tree fact?
It's because the way it is.
Ain't that just the way?
Ain't that just the way? You know, okay, really quick side tangent. I have a pillow made out of a napkin taken from my college dining hall that I embroidered "Ain't That Just the Way" on it. I also have one of exactly the same, but it says, what does it, oh, it says like Dracule and Edvard. And then on the back it says for 6 house, and then there's 6 little houses embroidered on it. And I feel like I have one more that has... I do have one more.
I feel like you just turned around to look.
No, I didn't. I'm remembering it. It's about Shiro from Voltron, and it says, once you go Black Paladin, you never
can't go back.
Yeah. It's very nicely embroidered.
I'm dead.
It's beautifully. I don't even know if I have pictures of them. And by
I was
have,
about to
there's a
say, you
chance
better
that I
show
don't
me those
actually have
tomorrow.
them.
I'm dying.
What
Aww.
are these questions?
A sweet dichotomy.
Aw. Keith Litter proves that untrue. Well,
He broke the status quo.
we all
Usually,
thought
when
we
your
all
butt
thought he was
does it.
dead. It was scary times.
Yeah,
Okay,
They were.
there's a
But
lot of
he's
concern.
got to become his own person and grow. And...
Yeah. But I'm kind of upset that Lance became the red. You know, they have colors, and then they just forwent them, so it's a little
Lance is
bit of
not
pain.
red.
No, Lance is blue.
Lance
We
is
should have
blue.
made Allura red. Now, it doesn't give the right-hand man thing, but Lance is way more the glue. It's a whole thing. Pain. Oh my god.
Oh, very nice.
Good night,
dichotomy.
Mason. Well, thank
Night,
you for your
Mason.
request.
Thank
It's
you
coming out
for
very well.
submitting your request.
I have to just figure out the face
You know,
now.
we'd be nothing without the request. We'd just be sitting here staring at a blank canvas.
Indeed. Now, pangolins have very round eyes, so I want to give her round eyes. Round big eyes.
Ugh.
What kind of eyebrows do we want for them? They obviously don't really have any. Maybe on the
I'm
thin
imagining,
side.
like light thin, like kind
Yeah.
of like their wispy furs.
Light and thin. We got the nose.
Light and thin. Look how cute. She's adorable.
Give it a little more of a pointed chin. A little more definition there. Like that. And yeah, some scales on the side of the face there. That. Alright. Beautiful.
Oh,
Now,
look at her.
we have to do the second step. Whoops. And the second step is the headshot that we will color because I can use the symmetrical ruler.
Oh, beautiful.
And that is my secret, Cap.
Oh, praise the symmetrical ruler.
It's just nice and easy for stuff like this. Yeah, oh, 100. That would have been great dichotomy. Hello, Nicole. No, we're
Hey,
making
Nicole. We are
pangolin
making cawlers
collar.
tonight. And these cawlers
background
will
character.
show up in the comic.
And right now we're just we designed her whole body sort of thing. Now I'm just doing the little bust headshot so we can sort of have a little close up with some color on there. A little more detail in the face then. Just gotta get it going. And then we'll move on to another one.
Yes. I'm gonna try to do a whole bunch.
Well, we'll see how far we get. We'll see how far we go. I make no promises.
We're halfway there.
3 out of 10 art stream, no
Yeah,
yell at
it's an
Ori
art
timer.
stream.
Fine, you
Ugh.
can have the timer.
You guys want a unfinished caller? I'm
Oh no,
surprised.
they can yell at me. I never said it meant
No.
anything else. It's really more yell at Ori for break time, because I probably should have had a break by now, but I haven't, so.
Yeah, honestly, your hand has been acting up. You really should keep taking breaks.
Thank you, Nicole. Aw, thank you. Yes, it has only been about half an hour, so pretty nice. Pretty good work.
Oh, break now?
Break now,
Oh, no,
good. All right.
Academy is decreeing break now.
Break now. We'll break now. What do you want to talk about as break?
The timer is for when you're allowed to start again.
15-minute
that's a
break
long
now.
timer.
All right.
Alrighty.
But yes, we will have to pick another animal eventually. It's a long process. I mean, we have a long time, hopefully, until I have to do background characters of this. Like actually draw them in the comic.
Still a lot of stuff you need to draw.
How was your birthday, Mars?
Oh, it was quite lovely. We just kind of kept it simple because I did come back from class kind of late, so we just did dinner at the house, and then they gave me a rainbow cookie cake, which was super cute and super delicious.
Envy, so good, so
Loved
yummy.
It. I just had another piece and it was delicious.
I can't wait to give you your present tomorrow. I really want to show it in the Discord, but I can't because then Mars will see it. But she comes over tomorrow, so I don't have to wait that long.
You don't have to wait very long.
It's pain.
See, this is nice because when we used to do this, you used to have to wait 3 days before the reveal. Now it's so much quicker.
It's more like I'm glad that I kind of quote-unquote left it till the last minute, because then I don't have to sit on it for this long, Like, it just got finished yesterday, so I don't have to, like, it's not like I've been, like, waiting with it ready the whole time. You don't know a dichotomy. You don't know what rainbow cookies are?
Oh boy. Uh-oh.
They are one of the best delicious Christmas time cookies.
Delicious.
They are great. We make them every year at Christmas time. They are top. They are my second favorite cookie ever, solely behind Sugar Doodles, which is my family's specific take on Snickerdoodles. Now, what is a rainbow cookie? A rainbow cookie is actually an Italian cookie because the colors are based off the Italian flag. Now, how do you make it? You make it's like a really dense cake batter, essentially, and you make it with not almond paste, you make it with almond filling, which comes in a little can. Very important. They are different. Don't fuck it up, okay? They're made with almond filling, not almond paste. Okay, no, it's really, don't fuck it up. Don't screw it up. It's not marzipan. It's not almond paste. It's almond filling, all right? Now that you got that, you make the nice batter. You separate it out into 3 different groups. You separate it into 3s. Okay? Then, it tastes that good, SJ backing it, so maybe it does. Then, so you divide it into 3. You color 1 red, 1 yellow, and 1 green. Yes, it's yellow and not white because the batter is already yellow in the first place, so you can't really get white out of it. Then, we didn't decide because some people, looking at Dylan, thought it was weird to call everyone T-Pet, so I don't know. It's been up in the air. It hasn't been decided, unfortunately. If you guys really want one, start calling yourself something, and I'll roll with it. That is not my idea. But, after... Yeah, okay, see? If you call yourselves it, then, it's not my fault. I'm just going with the flow,
that's not us.
That's the secret.
That's you guys.
Exactly.
Dylan
So
can
then,
yell at you guys.
you bake the cake, and then you put weight on top of the cake to make it even denser than it already is. Okay. Then, you take the sheets of cake, and you stack them on top of each other. Now, the most important part is what you put in between. Normal, lame people will tell you it's just raspberry jam, but they are wrong. They are incorrect.
Not just raspberry jam.
1 layer is raspberry jam. The other layer is apricot jam. This is very important. If you don't do it, it's not as good. Like there's no question. If you
Now,
just
I'm
do
pretty sure mine was raspberry jam the whole way through.
Yeah,
I
which
did
is
not
always
find
sad.
apricot.
It's very sad. You gotta have both. It's the better way to do it. You do one layer with raspberry, second layer with apricot. It just makes everything better. Then you put it back in the fridge with weight on top of it. Then you take it out and you robe it in delicious chocolate ganache. And then
I
you
got
cut it
chocolate
into
fondant.
little bite-sized squares.
And
And
it's
that's
quite
the secret.
delicious.
You walked back into me telling everybody about the glory of rainbow cookies, the second best cookie in Ori's opinion.
It is.
It's a very close second. It was the first
Immensely
until Sugar
delicious.
Doodles came into existence, and Sugar Doodles are an Ori's family.
Sugar doodles
specialty.
are incredibly specific, so they're
Yeah.
never ever gonna be beat.
You can't buy Sugar Doodles at a store. You can only get Sugar Doodles at Ori's house. Third is third favorite cookie is tough. What? Third favorite cookie? Third favorite cookie that I have successfully made is probably my scientifically delicious chocolate chip cookies. But third favorite cookie that I haven't successfully made would have to be almond cloud cookies or lace cookies. Both have been kind of difficult. Made homemade fudge and it's incredible. Yeah, fudge is delicious. I went to England for a tour choir trip, and I got something called clotted cream fudge, which is the best fudge I have ever had in the world. Nothing can compare. It had no flavoring in it. Like, it wasn't chocolate. It was just made from clotted cream, so it was kind of like caramel because that's, butterscotch because that's how math works. But, like, so good. So good. It was only a little bar of it, too. It was so sad. I got to eat it so fast.
They never last.
Okay, I'm tired
So
of this
sad.
break. We're moving on.
But yeah, the cake
Ah!
was absolutely delicious. And there was a ring of chocolate icing around it. Very good. And it had a rainbow cookie sticking out of it on a toothpick.
Ooh. There's a ice cream store near us,
here.
Mars, where you can get rainbow cookie ice cream sometimes.
Ooh.
It's so good. It's so good. It's so
Dang,
delicious.
I'm gonna need to go to that one.
Yeah, it's so good. It's annoying to park there, though.
I think I know the one you're
It's
talking
like
about.
right
now
off
that
the
you said
highway.
that.
Well, I guess it's not a highway. A major road.
I was about to say, I wouldn't call that a highway.
Yeah, a major road.
I have dealt with major roads.
Yes, they're bad. We don't like major
I have-
roads.
Wiggled out of the tiniest parking lots. And lived to tell the tale.
Can you tell that Mars is tormented by these major roads?
Actually, it's not too bad. I ended up taking an entirely different route today, thanks to my
Oh.
GPS. Very relaxing ride, actually. Very scenic, very hilly, and there was a deer that ran across the road.
Oh.
So, not too much in front of me. Like, it was still enough space between us where, like, he could cross safely and I could admire from afar.
You
It was
weren't
still one of those
concerned.
moments where it was like, oh, it's a deer. That's
You
either
ever-
real or I'm hallucinating because it's so damn early in the morning.
You ever stare down a deer as it runs along the road just in order to go right in front of your car so you can't stop fast enough and you hit it? Yeah. I hate that.
Ooh.
I hit a
can't
deer
relate.
once.
My deer always get out of the way.
I hit a deer once, and I'm literally, like, trying to slow down. I'm on the highway, so you really can't. And I'm, like, trying to watch this deer. I'm, like, changing lanes. It is just running alongside of me. And then literally, it's like, yep, and I'm gonna cross directly in front of your car. Like, right, like, there's no... And I clipped the corner of it, and it flew real far.
Oh. Oh.
Yep.
Oh.
My one and only accident.
Jeez.
He really wanted to die. I don't know what to
I-
tell you.
Honestly, if he was going to run, like, he was running alongside your car, and then he tried to cross in front of you while you were moving.
Yeah, he was like really just coming at it.
Yeah, you know that deer was tailing you, and then it thought to itself, "Yeah, this is a good way to go," and just went for it.
I murder bugs all the time with the vacuum cleaner.
Or he's not a murderer. That was apparently a mercy kill.
As a manslaughter at best. Well, at worst, I guess. Oh, wow, dichotomy. Deer are bad anyway. I could go into a rant about deer.
Oh, and she will. Don't tempt her.
Deer are cute, there's no question about that, but they're ecologically horrible, so we don't like them. I always tell this story. I went to like a farmer's market, and this like woman comes up to me and my friend, and she's like, hey. Wow, everyone's turning over here. Wow.
Guys, I know I'm the writer, but I need Ori to draw the pictures. There's no comic without Ori.
And essentially this lady, she was trying to get me to sign a petition to stop bow and arrow hunting where we live. Now, there's no gun hunting where we live because we're too densely packed. You just can't do it legally. So the only way to hunt is bow and arrow hunting, right? But we already have a really bad deer problem. Like a really bad deer problem. So the only thing that is keeping the deer at all in check is bow and arrow hunting. So it's like, yes, no, I'm sorry. I'm not going to sign that. Thank you. No.
The one time Ori got political.
It's not even political. It's ecological. It's one of those things where as a
different depending on
when you want to conserve, certain things have to die. Not fully, not 100%, not extinction, but just like there's too many of them. Exactly. And you know what, yeah. Dichotomy? Currently, the biggest killer of deers is cars. So, you know, I did my due diligence. Accidentally. I didn't want to, okay? I really didn't want to.
It's still horrific when it happened.
Yeah, I was definitely upset. There's no question.
Traumatizing.
But you just kind of accept it and move on. I didn't have a choice, Dichotomy. I slowed down at everything. That deer came for me.
It saw Ori and it was like, yes, this is how I want to go. I like this.
I can only swerve back and forth on a major highway so much.
Yeah, I know the road Ori is talking about. There's only so much you can do before
it's
you start
very busy
by other things.
No, Nicole, you got the wrong way. We need less deer. Deer are what spread ticks and disease and the flesh-eating virus that made wendigos a thing. Kind of, in a way, partially. Wendigos are a lot of things, but one of them is deer being killed by flesh-eating viruses. Bacteria, I'm sorry. And chronic wasting disease. That's the other one. Ooh.
Well, that sounds highly unpleasant.
Oh yeah, if you picture a wendigo, it's a deer with chronic wasting disease.
Oh, we have the same problem, SJ Makinen. We used to have wolves, and then humans decided, we don't want the wolves.
We still hate wolves a lot. We still hate wolves a lot in our country. To the west of us, a lot, really way too much.
Them because there's too many people now.
They just couldn't live. Not even that we would like kill them, like that people would start hunting wolves again. Just that like they just can't survive. You know, they just can't do it.
Not at all.
Yeah.
Poor things.
It's just not the place for them anymore. You know. What happened? Okay, there it is.
I don't know, what did happen?
I was like, what happened to my my mirror tool? I had turned it off.
It went poof into the ether. But
okay, we need to fix this.
Very nice drive with the deer and everything.
Back on track. Back on the other track.
It was actually an incredibly scenic route. The different one that I took. there were so many more trees, and they were all so vibrant in color, and oh, it was really nice to see with the morning sun. Not that there was much this morning, but yeah, it had a little
Tis
bit.
indeed the season.
I love
Yeah,
this
exactly,
season.
Nicole. I don't get it either.
Friggin'
They're
fight
wild
me, it's
dogs.
the
Why
best
did we hate
season.
them so much? They're dog ancestors.
We literally own huskies. Find me a dog more wolf
There's
than
wolf
that.
dogs. There are things called wolf dogs that
Okay,
we
you
make.
found me a dog more wolf than
Yeah, it's
that.
literally
What the hell,
specifically like
humans?
very wolf. Like we made them very wolf.
The hell, humans?
Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
We are full of contradictions, aren't we?
Give a little like this expression.
Aww. It's like goggle eyes.
Well, they have very round eyes. All right. There she is. I think we'll just move them over a little bit. A little
So
less.
cute!
All right, there she is. Oops. There it is. Beautiful. All right. Now it's time for a name. And we'll move on to the next one. While we're talking about next, we have pick either category of reptile, amphibian, fish, or birds. I know there was one vote for bird before.
Yes,
Just the
let's see if
category. I don't need a specific one yet. If you have a specific one, you can. But just a category of reptile, amphibian, bird, or fish. And then I'll send the link to the whole list of things. While I look at the pangolin. Here it is. Pangolin.
Oh, we got one for bird.
We got a bird. Got another bird.
Another
Alright, looks like we're going
bird.
birds. Paramanus javanica.
Harry!
Annika? Do we like her name to be
Annika.
Annika?
Cool.
Options for name. Whoops. Annika. We could also do Manny.
Manny could always be short for something. I kind of like Manny.
There's also Rama.
Well, that's the fun of it, Dichotomy. When you're in a fantasy setting and you do have interesting names, you can make it interesting.
Yeah, I don't think the order really works for me.
I am between Manny and Annika.
So just for clarifying everybody, these are names that I took from the species. Oh, yeah, the subgenus, the genus, and the species of specifically the Sunda pangolin, which has the taxonomy Manus javanica and the subgenus Paramanus. So I got Manny, I got Annika, and I got Rama from all of those.
This is typically how we name our callers.
Yes.
There's definitely a rhyme and reason
But
to this
we'll do birds
method.
next, so I'll put that list in there. But does anybody... Mars voted for what? Manny?
I liked Manny or Annika.
Pick one.
Manny.
Alright. Dichotomy liked Annika. I don't know if I want to do... Does Monica work? It would be with an A. No, because Javanica is from Javanica, not Manus, so it wouldn't really work for Monica, even with an A.
Oh, sort of kind of says Rama.
Rama, alright. Do you want to vote for Annika then, Nicole? If we can't have Monica? Should be Monica in your mind? Well...
Can't fight your mind.
Had to tie it up. Well, I get last vote
All
then
right,
in the end.
I put my
Nicole
vote for
says
Annika
Annika.
then.
Mars moved it to Annika. Annika it is. That is her name.
I
Annika.
was between Annika and Manny. I love the idea of nicknames that are gender neutral. Like
Manny,
Manny
yeah.
feels like a very gender neutral nickname.
Annika,
And I
and
could
her
see
last
Milano
name
shouting it like, "Oi, Manny!"
will be Foley.
It just felt very pirate-esque
And
to
there's her
me.
last name, Annika Foley. Done. From the Order
Love it.
Folidota, which is the pangolin is the only one in Sumatra in that order, so. It could be.
She's very special.
Alright, well, y'all move to Annika. Beautiful. There she is. Done. Annika the pangolin. Okay, we move to birds. Let me get you the bird list, which is this one. Pick a bird. Yes, and we're
Yes,
currently
these are
on
Sumatra
birds
species.
enthuse. So there's the bird list.
Sumatran
Okay,
ground cuckoo.
I'll take one from everyone, and then we'll vote on them. So the ground cuckoo.
We definitely need references so we know
I got
what
'em,
we're voting
I got 'em.
for. Fantastic.
I'm in the thing. Little.
Are boobies from Sumatra dichotomy?
To go. Ground. What? Interesting. I mean, I can let chat vote. Yeah, exactly. Trying to find the Sumatran ground cuckoo. Sumatran ground cuckoo. There it is. They do have some very pretty eye makeup. I don't know why I can't find it here. Interesting. Ooh.
It must exist.
So this is the ground cuckoo. Your real vote is for a heron. I have a heron. Heron.
Ooh.
Which heron dichotomy? There's so many.
There's so many.
If you're gonna make me pick, I will pick.
What vibe are you feeling, Ori?
Honestly, I'm feeling the Chinese pond heron,
Ooh.
which is this guy. Oh, we like the purple heron. Where is he? Okay, he's got some stripes. It makes him look like a snake bird.
Oh, there's some interesting coloration there.
Anybody else have any other fun votes? The black baza. Alright, let's look. Oh! Love it. This is the black baza. Is it a raptor? I have to check. It is a raptor! Damn! Love it.
Oh,
He's
wow.
so small. Look at him.
He's small but
And
deadly.
the black-crowned night heron. Alright, back to herons. Yes. The guys with extendo necks. If you ever want to watch a really, really funny video, look up the green heron neck extension. It's hilarious. Too much of an oval. Alright. So these are the options. I don't think, inserts. Yeah, really though. Slide whistle noise, indeed. Alright. Mars.
Yes.
You have a pick
Ooh.
out of these three.
Okay. I think
I see it a little bit.
we could get an interesting design from the...
Hold on. Enthuse wants you to see the funny head feather of the black baza.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're trying to win me over, aren't you?
There it is.
Let's see. Oh my gosh. Okay, Ori, if you're able to work in that hair thing,
Oh yeah,
I think
probably.
we'll have a good character. Then that's my vote.
All right. I think that means that's what we'll do. The heron could be interesting. We can always come back around.
Oh yeah. Oh, we always need more characters.
We'll be doing this for a while. All right, we're taking advantage of the hair. Enthuse, you won them over.
Man bun with sticky uppy part.
All right.
I've seen an anime character like that. What anime character did I see like that?
I don't know.
The sticky uppy part.
It is a relatively small raptor, isn't it? Unless these images just aren't doing the size justice.
It sure looks small.
Yeah, short, stout legs. How big are you?
Short and stout.
Yeah, it is relatively small. Relatively small. 30 to 35 centimeters. Definitely not a big boy. Shikamaru? Yeah, or Choso and his twin buns. His bun tails.
Is that what I'm remembering?
Is that who you're thinking of?
That might be it. It would have to be someone recent.
Yeah, Choso's very recent.
Sherlock's got the ponytail, but he doesn't have the sticky uppy
bits. Yeah, he's got the ahoge.
He's got the flowy bits.
Okay. Definitely another little one. No, not Choji.
No, Choso.
Choso.
Yuji's kinda sorta maybe brother?
Fake brother.
I still don't know what was happening in that
That was
scene.
like a mind game thing. That wasn't like a real thing.
I think it was, but why?
We'll find out eventually, I guess.
I hope tomorrow. Probably not.
I'm really concerned about
we'll probably
whatever
just
the new
watch
episode.
Choji kick some more ass.
Yeah.
I mean, man looks good while doing
I'm here for it.
I'm
here for it. There's no question there. Oh, I have to start the timer again.
Yes.
Alrighty. You had Naruto on the mind? Yeah. Young Choji, though. Older Choji has, like, the mane. Like, the hair mane. Definitely not buns. A bun. A bunny. Okay. Short, but pointy face. Is this a guy or a girl? Or none of the above?
I'm feeling either male or none of the above. What does chat think?
What does chat think?
I'm between two right now.
Man, okay, looks like a man then, if we're going man bun.
Man.
Oh, you looked up Choso?
Bun, if you only said bun, then it would have been none of the above.
None of the above.
Gender.
None of the bun. Oh, I was gonna say something. Okay, I was editing Ace Attorney videos today. Right. I was editing Ace Attorney videos today. And, Lotta is like, I can't do this paranormal, like, photographer stuff. I'll become a celebrity photographer. And I go like, and you know, Phoenix is like, yeah, that's much more your speed. You know, she's like, I can't stomach all this death and stuff. And then I go like, yeah, imagine the celebrity she's following around, like, gets murdered.
That's
what happens. Oh, I couldn't.
We're so good at predicting
We're
this game.
but we always forget that
It's
we
like,
do. Right? We talk
Edgeworth,
about like
were
Edgeworth
you
being on
on
the stand.
trial?
Edgeworth pleading guilty. Yes, she's gonna follow around celebrity getting murdered.
The foreshadowing.
Is that so dichotomy? I think there's like a level of man bun, right? Like the really tiny one where you really don't have enough hair for it is like no. But if you have the hair for it, like, you know, slay,
Well, that one's
you know what
sad
I'm saying?
because you know it could be so much better.
Yeah. When it's like the little tiny little top knot, that's the one that is like mockable. But you know, just get more hair. You can do it. I promise. You just have to grow it longer and then you'll have more hair. Dichotomy started this. Yes, Dichotomy did. Alright. Now, okay, the description specifically said stubby, powerful legs. Short, stout legs and feet. So let's get a better picture at the black baza feet. I spelled black wrong, apparently. Okay, there's a better one. Okay, we actually get leggies this time, guys, because it's a bird. Look at that. You really can't get out of leggies with a bird, and that's the beauty of it. Now, okay, this is a leggy lesson.
Leggy lesson.
A leggy lesson. So now birds look like they don't have knees, right? It looks like they have this back bit in here, but secretly, they have secret knees that are up inside their torso. You just can't see them. This is not a joke. They have secret knees.
Sounds creepy.
Okay, they have secret knees. So, how I do that in my cawlers is I make their thigh short. They have short thighs compared to normal humans. And then they thus have longer shins, calves, and feet. Sneakrets. Yeah, sneakrets. Sneakrets. Okay. Oh, well then, keep your sneakrets.
Alright, then keep your sneakrets.
Hello, Roble. I'm gonna cough. Alright, I lived.
Ugh. Good. We don't want to lose you.
Yes, indeed. Okay, 3 talons in the front, 1 in the back. So I'll have this. I'm actually gonna move this leg. So it's like this. Perfect. Then we can have the calf. And then the leggy. Perfect. Then we have talon foot, and then we get that little back one. Nice. Perfect. Roval asks Mars, what is the rarest type of creature folk in Outcast?
The rarest type of creature folk.
A cawler, I guess.
There's so many though, because that would kind of be the issue. Like, there's so many vertebrae out there. There's so many possibilities. I'm trying to think what would be considered the rarest. Because I don't think we ever said we were following endangered species logic. So we can't base it off of that.
I would say that there's not an answer. And the reason I'm going to say there's not an answer is twofold. One, because cawlers themselves are a species. They're not really within their own, like, community.
There's really,
split into
it's not a subdivision where it's like, this is the canis cawler,
yeah,
this is the feline
that doesn't really
cawler.
matter.
Like, it's more so just you have animal features. You are a cawler.
That's sort of
you
how
are
this
not
whole
human.
society
you
works.
are weird.
And then on top of that, cawlers can, I don't know what the word they can have children with any type of cawler and with humans. So it's
And
like,
with humans.
it's not like a full-on
The
species
genetics are
thing.
compatible.
And so thus I don't want to go into how genetics work. Too
neither
hard.
of us are geneticists. If we tried to explain it, it would
It's
get
not even
messy
that.
real quick.
Genetics is messy as it is, and so to try and make any
It's never as easy as a Punnett
comprehensive
square, you guys.
sort of thing
7th grade
to
science lied to
understand
you.
how it works is just an effort in futility, right? And so I specifically like refrain myself.
Well, I think well, the insect and mollusk
so no cawlers
ones
aren't vertebrates.
would be rare
Because they don't exist.
those don't exist.
Yeah, so all cawlers have to be vertebrates.
So you're right on the money then.
Yeah. So there's no, they just don't, like, it's not even that they're rare, they just don't exist. No mollusks, no crustaceans, cephalopods, insects, nothing in arthropoda.
I think that's
it has
really
to be
the
in
only hard
vertebrate.
and fast rule that we have
Yeah.
regarding the cawlers. Is that they're all vertebrates.
And what is the reason for that, you might ask? The reason for that is because I did attempt to make cawlers, quote unquote, believable, in the sense of that cawlers that have bird features don't get wings on top of their arms. Their arms are their wings, kind of similar to how bat wings work, right? And cawlers with bat wings would have like a variation of bat wings and how your hands work, because you still want to have opposable thumbs. It's kind of very important. But I would love to see anything you draw, SJ Mackinnon. If you put effort into it, I would be more than pleased to see
That would
your
be
attempt at a
absolutely
cawler.
incredible.
It would be amazing. The more rare that one 5 years from now completely they added in the background in a random volume. But so that's why it has to be a vertebrate, because it's much harder to even scientifically hand wave not a lot of non-vertebrate features, like having having more than 5 limbs total, that's including a tail if they're prehensile, which most tails aren't. Having... Yes, Nicole, now there was brief talk that I'm debating whether or not I want to do, and that was because I drew those really aesthetic tiny wings on the back of for like a costume, but they're just really aesthetic. And so in my brain I'm like, oh, what if a bird caller had a child with a non-bird caller, their offspring has a chance of getting the little vestigial wings. But I don't want to do that because they're still technically
wonder
not a
in
limb.
some case, like, a dominant gene would appear. Maybe the kid is more tiger than bird.
Technically, yeah, so technically,
I feel like you would get a tiger
be,
from that pair up.
It would be one of those things where, when you think about, like interracial children, right, where they have, like, a white parent and a black parent, you can have, like, a gradient of skin tones within the children, right? Some they just look like they have 2 black parents, some look like they have 2 white parents, some are in the middle somewhere. So that's how I would imagine cawlers to happen. I'm not personally going to strive very hard to shove the middle mixes in there, unless it had something to do with, like, a specific character we wanted to show or something like that did specifically have, like, 2 separate cawler parents, solely for the fact that just adds, like, there's already hundreds of thousands of like, so many animals in the world that it's just adds on top of that, right?
It's sort of kind of cool, guy, to answer your question. I feel like definitely the genetics is where we kind of say, okay, this is where we go into suspension of disbelief territory, because there are just some things that you try to rationalize, and who knows, maybe we could make it work, but what does that add to the story? What does that add to the character's development? It just, for the type of story we're trying to tell, it doesn't lend itself to everything. Now, I will say this, there is a character in Outcast who does have more collar defining features. And his parentage is actually pretty important to his backstory. It's pretty evident in the cast of characters that we have now and that you've seen so far, which features are more distinct and who has what features, like an animal nose versus a human nose, slit eyes versus human pupils. So little things like that we do work in because those features are actually important to the character's backstory and why they are the way they are, because something happened regarding that. But in terms of background characters and like little child characters running in the background, I think, and I'm sorry if this disappoints, I think it's mostly going to be a hand wave.
Yeah, so Roval,
Just 'cause
totally
it gets so
a
complicated.
reptilian collar and the good night dichotomy.
Oh, that's fine dichotomy.
But thanks for
No
hanging out.
worries.
But Roval,
Loved
a
having
reptilian
you.
collar and a bird collar totally could have a child. There is no genetic issues stopping them, and that child
I'm
would be
glad
perfectly
dichotomy.
fertile as well. There's
You're
no
a
issues
fun
there.
person.
What they would look like? Do they have feathers and scales? Do they only have scales? Do they, it's a lot to get into.
My thought
is the
process
problem.
is one trait would probably dominate.
Yeah.
And I gotta be honest, maybe this is just the way my brain works. I feel like if you have a predator-prey setup, probably the predator is gonna be the dominant gene. I don't know why, that's just kind of my gut feeling. I have not put any thought into that. Because we've never really considered it in that regard.
It's one of those things where hybrids definitely exist. I want that to be a thing. There's
But I will
no
also say this.
intergenetic issue between different types of callers having children together. It does, that's not a problem. Like I said before, also callers and humans can have children together. So they're technically not a full separate species based on definitions. It's a lot to get into. And that's the point.
I will say this though, and Ori, please correct me if I'm wrong. The cawler gene is actually the recessive gene. So if you're to have a cawler and a human,
100%.
the cawler gene is recessive, the human gene is dominant.
Yeah.
Now that is actually important to our story.
Overall.
But overall, there's very little thought put into it.
It just gets very dense very fast, if that makes any sense. And that is the concern.
It's one of those things where think of shows like not shows, movies like Back to the Future. You know the time travel machine works, you know how the flux capacitor, you know it needs what is it, petroleum? Is that it?
I don't remember. And you have to hit like 70 miles an hour or whatever it is.
And that's all you need. You don't know, well, how does the science work? How does it all gel? How does it do that? You don't need that because it does not add to the story. You just need to know, okay, here are the basics, because getting more of this fuel source is what's going to further the plot, and getting the time machine to work is what's going to further the plot. So you kind of have to, it's almost like picking and choosing what details you want to expand on and what's going to benefit. It's kind of like writing an essay in school for the first time, and then your paper is handed back and your teacher has crossed out all the quote-unquote fluff sentences with a red pen. We've basically crossed out the fluff with a red pen.
Yeah, so species rarity would not be a thing. There would not be, in this current world, more humans or more callers to any significant degree, just like like women versus men, right? There obviously is one is more than the other, but it's not like to such a significant degree overall, like across the whole world. Obviously if you go to like different sections, it might be more one way than the other way, just based on that specific area, but like across the entire
maybe region
thing,
based, like in this one place we're going to, there's Sumatra
Exactly.
inspired
That is,
characters.
now I will say, that is more of a
And that has to
personal
do with more
taste
geographical.
of like a geographic region. Yeah, exactly. Than
Ori
being
had
like,
this desire, and I
I'm
am
just having
indulging.
fun, and it narrows down, like, making it so that I can, there's not just every animal in the world could ever be at any place. It just gives a little more
I mean, there certainly
the whole
could.
thing.
Maybe someone's on holiday or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
But are we
People
going to
do
draw
travel.
attention to that?
Yeah.
No.
Exactly. So there's a lot of, these are background characters, and these are a whole thing where it's like, talking about this whole hybrid thing, maybe there's a chance that this one character Mars and I know will come down the line could be a hybrid, because the name that they're given is kind of a hybrid name. So
Yeah.
it's like, oh, maybe. But that would have to be if that was the sort of backstory we wanted that character to have. Again, that character's a little down the line, so we don't have any confirmed things about that. But again, if I did that, now I have to think about the ramifications of the whole thing. That's like what I talked about, the vestigial wing thing. It's like, it doesn't really make sense. Why would they suddenly get, another set of limbs?
I think the ramifications are more emotional than they are physical.
Oh, yeah.
If
No, there wouldn't
if you're talking about the character I think you're talking about,
I am,
that's going to
definitely.
be more of an emotional ramification.
Oh,
than
100%.
physical.
Yeah.
There'd be a little physical
I
stuff
wouldn't
going
say-
on, and I keep talking about this nightmare sequence that I am having a blast writing. But aside from that, outside of the dreamscape world, it would probably be minimal at best.
Yeah, and there's definitely not really something that's like, there's no like Starfire going through alien puberty sort of thing where there's like massive different features.
There's no like,
It's
I'm
not like
suddenly
you're
growing
a human
wings
and then you're
out my
suddenly a
back,
cawler, or like you're a cawler
I'm
and you lose
suddenly
all your
growing
feathers and you're a human.
horns.
Like, that doesn't really happen. That does not happen. You
Yeah.
are born. Now I will say, there is sort of like, a lot of animals have, like different feathers or different skin or different, fur
Now
or
that's
whatever.
still a thing.
That happens.
Like, if there's a bird caller, they probably had down
they
feathers
would have
when
down.
they were a
Yeah,
kid,
they definitely
and
would.
then grew in their mature feathers
Or
as
if they have different
aged up.
patterns as a juvenile or a baby,
No.
and then that would change.
Ori,
It's a lot
this
of
whole talk
artistic
is
license,
reminding me of something.
Uh-huh.
At first, Ori and I were debating, like, well, how does cawler puberty work? Because some animals mature at different rates than
I know
others,
the age that
and
all
then
of them.
eventually we threw that out the window because it became way too complicated, way too fast.
There is so essentially the only place where it matters is with the cawler features. Human puberty is still the same, but if you have like down, that is different ages based on like the whole thing. Yeah, there would be
There
would
will be, possibly.
down aster. Down feather
Yeah.
aster.
Aster would have down feathers.
At one point in his life, he did have down feathers. Also,
He would be
Milano's
very
patterns
white.
were different at once, so were Sinnott's. Ferrix looked the same the whole time. He didn't have like
Ferrix
any
really
major
didn't go
changes.
through much.
He didn't
much
have any
change there.
major changes. That's just how his genetics work.
Yeah, and that's
Well, yeah,
definitely
yeah,
what we
exactly.
wanted to avoid.
So they go through
'Cause we
normal
also
human
wanted the
puberty
characters to
at
be
that rate.
relatively around our age and relatable, and young adults going into a world that they know nothing about, essentially. that
Try
really
to
is
find
the crux of
themselves out.
young adults going into a
Figuring
world that
it
they
out.
know nothing about while trying to heal themselves through the power of friendship. Because
It's
no
everyone's
one can afford
dream.
therapy.
Yeah, really.
Literally the millennial Gen Z dream.
This is not very accurate, but that is fine.
Would Ferrix have baby fur, Ori? Do Fossas have?
No, fossas look the same. If you look up when you look up like a fossa, like one of the first pictures that comes up is these cute, adorable little like baby fossas on a thing, and
Show,
they look the
show.
same. Okay, hold on. Where is it?
I need baby Fossas in my life.
It's one I have like done a lot of reference with, but they look essentially the same. God. Of
I
course.
don't know if that would be the case, Enthuse, or he's definitely the animal expert,
Of
but
course I
that
can't
would
find
be
it now, but
adorable.
this is a baby fossa. They're just small fosses. You know, like they don't look that different.
Oh my god!
You know, they don't really look
This
much
little
different.
guy up the tree.
They have some more wrinkles, but that's about it, you know? They still have the same coloring and everything. They're just
Maybe
little
the
kittens.
ears. Oh my gosh, the little
Would it be a
kissy
bump? I
ones.
don't know if I don't think they're really bumper kittens because their tail is much longer than a cat's tail compared to their body. So I don't think he'd be a bumper kitten. It's just to his face.
I think
so it would be
it's
like
the proportions.
Yeah. So he would have that,
tiny.
just like kids have bigger eyes than adults, you know, because I talked about the whole face thing in a stream earlier about, you know, how positioning on the face and everything like that. So, yeah, he would have different proportions.
So much bigger than adult
but
eyes.
he doesn't have specifically different colors versus like young caimans have different, like, have a pattern versus colors. Versus being a solid color. You know, Aster, of course, would have down feathers. Sinnet also has different patterns. All that sort of thing.
They were kissing Enthuse. It was so cute. Oh, that made my night. Thank you for the baby fossas, Ori.
You're welcome. Again, they constantly, that's like one of the main things that comes out when you look up a fossa. Okay.
So
We're gonna give him some chest feathers because I feel like that's a vibe that I needed, you know? Instead of chest hair,
definitely.
he's got chest feathers. You know, he's gonna have a Marin bun, so he's definitely got it all kind of going on here.
Himbo vibe or hunk vibe?
He's not that, you know, he's not that like, I didn't make him that chunky in the end because he's kind of small.
Maybe Jock then.
We got the twunk, you know.
Twunk. Okay.
Okay, so now we gotta deal with the hair situation, which is, I know, the
I'm like,
piece
if
de
he's got the
resistance.
chest feathers, you can't call him a twink. He's
Yeah.
far off the spectrum.
No,
for
he's
that.
definitely got a, because, you know, they have this little white poof here. I couldn't let that die, you know. Okay.
This is a beautiful poof.
So gotta get the little hair feathers in. I love this one from the side
Thank
here.
you, chat, for all your questions.
We love
about,
answering questions about this. I'm sorry
world
that
and
some of the answers is we don't know, because also when you think about it, especially in this world that is technically lower science overall than our like current now, where we still don't know everything. They don't know anything. They don't know a lot of things. So, you know, they also don't know how it works. So they couldn't sit there and tell you what to expect either. And so, you know, that sort of all plays into it. Kind of looks like a rib cage design. His, oh yeah, the kind of striped feathers. I see that. On his under chest there. All right.
Yeah,
So I guess I want to kind of. I want to give him, because he's kind of, the birds all look kind of angry, so I kind of want to give him this sort of slick back.
Oh, he's
pulled
got the
back
resting bitch face.
hair here. And so we got
He
kind of
has
this.
poor Aster's curse.
Yeah. Lots of birds have the Aster curse, if I'm being honest. This is how it works. You gotta have a pointed nose.
Is there intercaller racism?
No.
Yeah, not so much.
Because it doesn't really matter. If anything, calling cawlers a full-on species is technically taxonomically wrong, but also we don't really have 100% what a species means, because it's a lot of things and nothing at all, and it's all fake. So that's, you know, technically a species is something that can't viably reproduce with another species due to certain factors. Now, those factors could be just genetic incompatibility. Those factors could literally be they make different noises when they attract mates. They make different patterns when they flash their lightning bug butts when they attract mates. They mate at different times of year. They physically can't reach each other because their populations are on two different sides of a canyon. Like, there's a lot of things.
At Hosen.
There's a lot of things. So we have a lot of things, especially in the plant world, that are considered species, but very, very easily make hybrids with each other. Yeah, I know, Nicole. I'm sorry to break it to you.
It's very
make
disappointing.
hybrids with each other.
For us to learn it as well.
So it's very difficult to state. So calling them a species is right and wrong at the same time because of taxonomy is weird and genetics is weird.
In terms of design, we do look at different species because we do want a varied world. We wanted a world with a lot of different animal-human hybrids.
I would also say
that's cool, and that's what Ori likes to draw. And to be honest,
I call them I'm using the word species. So, enthused. That's why I'm saying that.
We definitely reference the species in terms of the design, but in terms of the actual world building, in terms of the meat of the story and how it affects that, it really doesn't, because the bigger idea with Cawlers is that essentially, without giving too much away, humans have basically put themselves on top and Cawlers are left with the scraps. It doesn't matter if you're a caiman cawler, a fossa cawler, or whatever, you have different features from a human. You are different, therefore you get treated differently. That was essentially the story that we wanted to tell and focus on. We felt that would be the most appropriate direction to go. Now, could there be a instance of intercaller racism? It's a very interesting question because when posed that way, I could see it happening because birds have the ability of flight and many other callers do not. So I can see where the logic is coming from, Enthuse, but it's also one of those things where when you have this is definitely an idealized version of this. I know real world is so much more complicated. Life is messy. However, the way we set it up in this story with the pirates especially is that they're a band
100% enthused though.
And thin.
Yes.
Like, they kind of watch out for each other because no one else is going to. Especially
themselves
people in charge.
Are almost analogous to minority groups in real life. Yes.
Yeah,
Any of
exactly.
them. And all of them.
Spot on. Enthuse, you basically said what I've been
Oh,
saying.
no, 100% SJ Mackinnon.
Cat, no chocolate, get away. Sorry, guys. I didn't think she'd try this late at night.
No, and exactly SJ Mackinnon. And just like how other minority groups can have problems with other minority groups and, have racism or, homophobia or, what's it?
And
a lot of people who are
internalized homophobia, internalized racism,
and there are people
adding this too.
Who
that was actually something we did want to tackle in this story. I'm not giving you chocolate.
And she goes, why?
You can look. She literally just walked up to me, put her head on my chest, and gave me
I love this guy in the end, though. He's great.
What is my cat doing?
He's been lovely.
Oh, now she's looking at the bird on screen.
Yes.
You like the bird? Okay. Yes, rub up against my mic. Thank you. Oh, God. Apologies, guys. My cat is a 2-year-old. She is a toddler.
Yeah, when I think about genetics with colors, like, I always want to go really ham, and I feel like simplifying it down to make rules that would be feasible for the kind of story that we want would just sadden me more than just letting it exist.
it's one of those things where we've definitely had to have a little give and take. Like with the wings, for example. We don't want the wings coming out the back. We'd rather anatomical wings coming right off the arms. Okay, what does this add? Well, now Aster, who has to cook, has to make sure to keep his wings out of the way. He has to tie them back. If he were involved in any other kind of job, like say his old canning job, he'd have to be really careful of catching them. So it not only makes anatomical sense, it kind of adds to the world
But they
building
also
as
still had to
well.
have thumbs. That was very important.
That
Because
was incredible.
I hate
Because then they couldn't manipulate anything.
yeah, I don't hate, but there's the like cartoon birds that suddenly the feathers become hands, and it's like we can't do that. That's not like I can't like I'm going too real
It
for that.
hurt Dory
Again,
as an
I don't have a
person.
problem with it in those kind of things, you know, because they're like very stylized, very crazy. But I'm specifically going for semi-realism, I guess,
It's
kind
a
of
difference
maybe
in style.
plausible. It leans more towards sci-fi in that sense, I guess, where it is like, it kind of makes sense a little bit,
The blendings of reality and fiction.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think we and I hope you guys agree. I think we've struck a balance because we are telling a fantastical story, but at the end of the day, it's still grounded in truth, in the character design, in the plot, in the interactions between the characters, and I think, and Ori, correct me if I'm wrong, that's what we were both aiming for.
Yeah.
Essentially a mirror of our real world. But hopefully with a nicer outcome than what our real world has offered so
And
far.
a fun twist. I reject your reality and substitute my own.
Oh, literally.
Indeed.
Literally. I reject this reality and substitute my own with animal people.
I mean, wouldn't it be cool?
Ugh. Imagine how much money you could save on gas.
My incredibly self-indulgent
Fly everywhere.
animal hybrid character is Griffin's redesign.
Okay, well, Griffin's got the wings,
He's got
legs,
everything that I want.
tail.
Again,
Literally has.
he's incredibly
He's an amalgamation.
God, self-indulgent. That's the word I'm looking at. He's incredibly self-indulgent in his design.
He still looks good.
I
Well,
mean,
he
yeah,
looks
of course.
at the end of the day. But yes, long answer is long, but we
Yeah.
very much enjoy talking about
It's one
it.
of those things where it's like I really wish that I had the ability to make it as crazy as I wanted to. I constantly
There's
have
stuff
moments
out there that does go that far.
and I constantly have moments where I'm like, "Ah, yes, like wouldn't it be like I could totally incorporate this in. I just have to like, go kind of ham and really try to get to it. But I know the limits of everything.
It's not worth breaking your story just to have something cool in it.
Yeah. Not to
Like,
that extent, at least.
yes, there is the rule of cool, but it's still gotta be within the realm of logic sometimes.
Exactly.
Rule of cool is mostly reserved for fight scenes and physics, I
Mhm.
found.
Yeah, it really is. There is technically a bit of rule of cool, in a way. I don't know if cool is the word, but there's definitely something that was like, eh.
Yeah, you know. Oh, Godzilla was great. You can't like any fantasy creature?
Okay, well, I'm sorry, sort of kind of cool guy, but I think Godzilla's rather boring.
Ori!
He's a big dinosaur. It's kind of lame. He's one
But
color. I guess
he's
he glows sometimes.
radioactive.
Oh, cool. You can make anything radioactive. You can make anything bioluminescent.
Wow, shots fired.
I'm just saying. It's like King Kong. He's just a big gorilla. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, King Kong does not impress me. I will admit the new movies had me rooting for him, though.
Oh, I mean, as you should. As a
Like,
character,
Kong
as a whole
versus
thing.
Godzilla was great.
Everyone's a little radioactive if you try hard enough, I mean.
You can't have superpowers without being radioactive.
Yeah, just a scotch. A scoosh.
And notice
Too much
how
radioactivity
all
is
that
a problem.
radioactivity
Yeah,
is
isn't the
in New York City.
Flash the Flash is radioactive, isn't he?
Oh God, Ori, I
What?
watched. You just reminded me of it. I watched the Flash movie the other day.
Oh yeah, and
Ugh.
okay, so not good.
Morbius was more entertaining.
Shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean,
That's saying
The-
something.
the frustrating thing about the Flash was it had some good moments. Like the emotional bits were good. Young Barry hurt me. I wish he wasn't in the story at all. He was obnoxious. Like did not need any of that in my life. Please and thank you. The plot was I don't know if people want spoilers, but essentially wibbly wobbly timey wimey stuff happens, and they essentially go back to the Man of Steel movie, except the Man of Steel isn't around to fight the villain, so now Flash has to do it
Oh, okay.
with his younger self.
Michael Keaton as
And
Batman, that's the
Superman's
best
cousin.
part.
He did a pretty good job, honestly. I was kind of surprised, although it still kind of looks like a grandpa playing dress up.
I will say, I thoroughly
He
enjoyed
tried. God damn it, he tried.
Pattinson, whatever his name is, Edward, as
Yes.
the Batman in the Batman movie. I like that a lot more than I thought I would, if
Better
I'm being
than I
honest.
thought it would be.
Yeah. It was like, you know, like this was kind of weird, but I actually was like, wait, I actually like this. Like the Batman movie is good. It has a bit of a pacing thing at the beginning where it's like, I don't know, this movie didn't need to be this long. It kind of goes slow, but overall, I like that movie. Exactly, he did surpass my expectations.
I will say this about The Flash, though. There is a moment at the end, very emotional scene. That one actually got me. Like, the acting was actually really, really good in that scene. And I was like, okay, maybe I am glad I saw this. I don't know if it was worth seeing through young Barry, but I'm glad we had a nice moment. But my dad and I were watching it, and we were just like, what are we watching?
Okay,
What is
Chat
playing
and
on
Mars,
TV
what are your current
now?
favorite, like, DC superhero movies?
Favorite DC superhero movies? Oh dear.
I really like Aquaman. I gotta
I
say,
still
I
haven't
really
seen
like the
that
first
one.
Aquaman. And yeah, the Batman is probably my second one. The first
Batman
Wonder
is
Woman
good.
is good. The first Wonder Woman is good as well.
Second Wonder Woman, I was
Second one
laughing
is
my
not
ass
good.
off.
Second one is the pay is the ooh. Yeah.
I was having a blast with that one. It was just so goofy. I couldn't help but love it.
there's a little much of that one in that one now.
The guy as the villain, he was hamming it up
Oh well,
so
yeah.
hard. Like, good for him. I hope he had fun on set.
Yeah, the final fight is rough. I kind of blocked that out, if I'm being honest. I remember the rest of the movie.
Or that part.
I remember the rest of the movie. I don't really think about the final fight.
I think my favorite DC movie is honestly The Suicide Squad. Like the second movie where they're fighting the starfish.
Mhm.
Not the first Suicide Squad.
Okay.
That one's actually pretty
Because he's a raptor, I'm giving him this little lip thing. What do you guys think? I kind of like it.
Ooh,
I'm kind
I
of here
love
for it.
it.
I'm
That
kind of
gives him
here for
so
it.
much personality.
I know, I'm kind of here for
I
it.
say
It's
go
it's for the
for it.
raptor beak. I'm here for it.
Yeah, keep that.
All right, look at him. He came out real good.
He is fly.
Stopped here. All right, gonna take a A little breakaroonie. It's like a smirk, but it's also resting bitch face at the same time. Oh, we have to think of his name.
Ori, I think your break is gonna go till the end of stream.
Well, the timer's just kind of there. I don't really... But probably. We have to think of his name. Alright.
Ooh, alright, that'll be what we do.
Aviseda.
It's like a very near smirk and face. Like it's just barely. Oh, Leo.
Yeah. Well, it's Leu.
I mean,
Leufotis with an L-E-U. So the options are...
My only concern is no one would know how to pronounce that.
Leu. There's always Avi. Avi. There's Vic. These names are coming specifically from the binomial taxonomic genus species name of the black baza, which is Aviseda.
This is how all our callers are named.
Leufotes. Yes, Tess. Leufotes. And that is how we are getting them. That is how I'm... And then I'm just picking, like, sections of it and how I feel. Because that's like, I don't know if I want Seda or... Definitely not. I don't feel like Ida. He doesn't feel like an Ida.
Seda. It's definitely not an Ida. There can be only one owl lady.
There's Otez. You could do Otez. Yeah, his family is
kind of between Vic and Otez. Otez is definitely more unique.
UFO, Sotep. I'm not feeling either of those. How are you feeling? UFO?
I think Otez is still my favorite.
Sotep. Sotep really feels like an Egyptian god, doesn't it? Or a pharaoh.
If I can imagine Milano clapping them on the shoulder and saying, "Hey, so-and-so." Like, "Hey, Odie." I told you it's Otez. Like, then I know it's a winner. It's kind of like, okay, I remember reading this. Back when Infinity Train was coming out, the creator of the show came on and said, I think it was in a live stream, how the characters for the show get their names. And he said, if it's a name that sounds good while being yelled, it's a winner. So, like, for example, Jamie! Oh, that sounds good. Let's keep it.
Oh, this is for Infinity Train, yeah.
Yeah. I forget the example he used for the quote-unquote bad name. But, it was hilarious. Because then it was like, apologies to all the so-and-sos in the world. But your name is not good to yell.
Think you'd go, Enthuse votes Avi. Mars voted... What? Otez. I don't know. I feel like I'm going Vic. I'm going Vic here. I think I like UFO as his last name.
I could see that.
Okay, Nicole goes for Avi. I think Avi.
Oh, you like Lev, sorta, kinda?
It's a U. It's Lou.
Ah.
It's a U. I don't know if that changes your thing. Alright.
I feel like Avi is sweeping.
Looks like Avi is sweeping, though. It does. Alright, I think it looks like it's Avi. Now, is it Avi? Okay, we can do it a couple different ways. So first name Avi. Last name. Do we want Otez as the last name? UFO or Sotep? Last name options. Avi Otez. Avi UFO. Avi Sotep. Sorry,
like
sorta.
Otez. I swear I'm not biased. I just think that rolls off the tongue.
Well, we'll see what... So Mars goes for Otez. We'll make it a different color Yeah, because he's Leophotes. Leophotes. But yeah, so it's Aviotes.
Sotep or UFO, but which one?
You gotta
Roval?
pick one, Roval. Nicole
Okay,
votes for
Nicole says
Otez.
Otez.
SJ Machina votes for Sotep.
Oh, we got 2
Roval
for Sotep,
Sotep.
3 for Sotep.
Sort of, kind of Sotep.
We got enthused for Otez.
Aviotez is
Maybe.
definitely. Otez. Oh,
Okay,
it's tied up
Otez.
again.
Ori, you might be the deciding
I
factor.
think that's literally everybody in chat too. I guess I am the deciding factor.
You really are.
This
What'll
is-
it be?
Aviotez. Avisotep. I like Otez. I won't lie. My vote is for Otez, and that is where it is.
You're going from a vowel to another vowel.
It's very nice.
It's just so nice to say.
Aviotez it is. It feels, it has the same kind of flow to it, right?
Right? Alveolar. Well, I mean the T is on your alveolar, so
Exactly, Enthuse. It does feel very Latin American. It definitely has a Spanish vibe going to it.
oh yeah. Avio.
Alrighty. And that is his name. And that is, I think, where this will be done today.
We'll definitely do this again. We've only done 2.
100%. I wasn't trying to time myself. I really wanted to actually, have some brain time. And, we're talking and stuff.
These are actually
Aviation
going to
emote.
comic, you guys.
Yeah, exactly. They're actually going to be in the comic. But I really like them. Maybe I make no guarantees, or we will get them a little cleaner with some color, but I make zero guarantees for that. But thank you all for hanging out. Next time we'll have to do... Honestly, we'll probably do this a lot more often, because it's good and easy.
It's very fun.
And very comic specific.
Chatting with you guys.
Yeah,
I also feel like we were getting more questions about the comic tonight.
Exactly.
So, yeah, this is good. This is what we want.
Aviseda? Okay, I like it. I take it, Nicole. I take it.
I'm sure they will.
It's so good. His full name is Aviseda, but his nickname is Avi. I'm here for it.
Very nice.
Yeah, but such is life. I might end up making the S a Z in his actual name. So it's actually
I was about to say,
Otez.
Aviotez is
Yeah, I think
nicer.
that's where it is. So he's Alviseda Otez, and everyone calls him Avi, and I like it.
And you know what? He's not the first name that we've taken inspiration for and then mussed around with it a bit.
Yeah,
to make it more
Sinitz is definitely a little off from where his taxonomy comes from. Ferrex is from Ferox, so his was changed as well. Aster is literally taken directly from the middle. Milano is literally taken directly from it. So, yeah.
And that's all of them.
Avi
we forgot Ulrus.
Ulrus is directly from it, I'm pretty sure, as well.
And that's all of them.
That's all of them right now, yep. And now we have Avi, and we have Annika Foley. Annika Foley. Yes, I'm showing them now, Enthuse. It worked out. We're on the same wavelength. We have Annika Foley.
Look at them.
And we have Aviseda Otez. I will not tell you, Nicole, and neither will Mars.
I was just going to say we spent a lot of time thinking about it.
He's very... Everett's also is a lot of time thinking about it.
And Everett's dad... names and the last
Are they dating?
We gave the most consideration.
Do we want Avi and Annika to be dating? Are we doing it?
Oh, we already got a ship name.
Roval's asking.
I'm
What
okay
does chat
with it.
think? What does chat think?
Do we want them to be on a cute date in the background when we're in this new place?
Yeah, exactly, Enthuse. It doesn't work
Well,
the
and
same.
you still have to give thought to a name when
Avianica?
you're assigning it to a character.
Avika? I think it'd be Avika. Avika. They both start with A. That's just a coincidence. I didn't think about that. All right,
One
they're
thing
dating
I know
now.
creators love to do
Avika
is name
is
their
a thing
characters
now.
after like
We
some
can't
kind of
make every
personality
pairing
trait.
a ship, but I will make this one a ship.
Sumatran sweethearts. Aw,
There you go. How nice.
cute. Alrighty. So
just
it
gonna
has
write
been
it
said,
down.
so it shall be.
So it shall be. Shipped. Well, I guess. Dating. Avi. Done. Beautiful. You're gonna have so much detail in these background characters, guys, just because we do these streams. But we will probably be doing these fairly often. I think I'm pretty good for every other week. And I don't know what we'll put in between. We have the other stuff that we do. But yeah, really, yeah, that's where we're going into. Everyone's just getting into that.
really
I make
is.
zero promise. These
Okay.
are all
I'll let
background
you know if I have
characters.
desire to write about them.
I just don't have the time. I physically don't have the time. I really don't. But I'm glad you like
Valid.
them. I'm glad you like them. You'll now get to point them out when they come up a year down the line.
Thank you, everyone, for helping us create
Indeed.
them.
I hope you enjoyed it. Sounded like you all enjoyed this
It sounds so. We
stream.
have very active chat
It's a
tonight.
very active chat tonight. If you
It was
haven't
good.
read the webtoon, I think most of you who want to have, but I'll do it anyway.
One, I think you should.
Yeah, if you haven't, you should. But, you know,
Two, you'd better.
that's
And
a
three,
threat.
Please.
Mars is threatening, guys. Be careful. She doesn't
I
get
said
like that all the time.
please.
There was a threat in there, and you know it. You better. Also, the dub came out yesterday.
Yes.
For part 1 of entry 1. Soon, in 2 more weeks, you will hear Milano's voice, and I hope it is exactly what you all were thinking of, because I love it. It's great.
It was
Top tier.
exactly what we were thinking of. Honestly, I'm pretty sure because we were playing our D&D. No, Outcast came before I joined D&D.
Yeah, it did. It did.
Yeah.
Ooh, well, Rovo, we'd love to have you read
Okay.
it. We'd love everybody to read it, know all about our boys and our
Oh, please
world
do.
and everything like that. Yep, you can do the dub on our YouTube, which I don't think I have an easy link for because pain.
Not yet. One day.
It comes up as like a timer, but not as anything else. I'll get it. It's coming. It's happening.
Welp.
Here it is. Here's the YouTube link. Alright, guys. We have hit a fair amount of milestones
That
recently.
we have.
We hit 100 subscribers on the English version of the webtoon. We hit 5,000
Yay.
views on the English version of the webtoon. We hit 500 subscribers on our gaming YouTube. I think that's all the milestones.
It's going pretty good.
It is going very well. We're almost at 150 on the Folding Planets, which is the Outcast YouTube channel. But yeah. Alright, guys. Thank you so much for hanging out.
That?
I hope you all enjoyed. And if you want to... Oh, there you go, Enthuse. We hit 250 here on Twitch. Just recently. We're somewhere in the 200s on TikTok. On both TikToks, I think. Definitely one of them.
We're definitely close.
One of them has 200. But yeah, thank you all for hanging out. Thank you all for helping us pick these animals and think of ways to incorporate their designs. I'm really happy with both of them, actually. So I'm very
Yes.
glad about that. And we'll see
They
you
look
all hopefully
That's so cool.
tomorrow for... What are we doing?
Drawing and Dragons.
Yeah, which one?
Crap.
Oh, the Mephit Steam Ring. Yes, yes. It is one that we did on a stream earlier on that is now a collab with Dichotomy. So we'll hope to
Ah,
see you
yes,
then.
yes.
All right,
Oh,
guys.
this is gonna be a fun one.
Good night.
Good night, everyone. Thank you for your questions and for joining.